It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from brewery Sternquell, and it's their Bockbier, coming in at 6.9% ABV. Here is a look at the label. There's the bottle cap. And without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Now, some of you lovely people probably watch my Einsiedler Winterbock beer, where I promised that I'd get the notes that Sebastian sent me, so I can read the German that's been translated over to English for me. But it appears that my children might have eaten it, because it's nowhere to be seen. The last couple of beers from Sebastian's box, and it was in a nice plastic covered case, and it was easy to access, and it's disappeared. So I can't now read the back of this label, because my children have eaten the nice note that Sebastian has sent. Right, beer in the glass. We got a 1 finger white head. Good levels of carbonation rolling up the glass. It's a lovely colour Bock beer, this. A nice dark coloured beer. Good clarity to the beer also. Very nice. I'd say it's a mahogany coloured beer. Let's get the aroma then on it. Smells good. Smells really good. Quite jammy, plummy and jammy and mixed fruit jam like. A little bit of spicy pepperiness coming through. And a certain nuttiness, biscuitiness coming through as well. It smells really, really good. I've thoroughly enjoyed this box of beer that Sebastian has put together for us. We've got one more to go. I've got a, it's a barley wine, Scotch ale. It's a Scotch ale type beer from Scotland, from Germany, but you know, a Scottish type beer. Style beer. Let's dive into this one then. Cheers. Let's concentrate in the beer at hand without, you know, putting this down and wandering off and going to get the Scotch ale from Germany. Let's tuck into this one. Cheers. Nutty, roasty, biscuity, bready, spicy, peppery. Good drinkability. Good drinkability, but with a certain kind of creaminess to it. A drinkable, refreshing yet creamy mouthfeel. The carbonation also pushes the beer round the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. It's nice. It's a really nice beer. I like the flavour of the malt coming through, and the cherry, it's like a cherry bomb, a mixed fruit kind of cherry jam flavour. Cherry and raspberry. Not like any kind of Gurza, or, you know, like a fruited Gurza or a fruited Saison. Nothing like that. More the hops and the malt colliding and coming up with flavours of cherry and raspberry. It's really quite tasty. It really is. I like this. There's a sweetness that is sweet and sweet and sweet, and then it goes over, and it kind of gets a touch of stringent, and then it goes over to bitterness. It kind of evolves from sweetness, sweetness, sweetness. It's like a worm making its way through the ground, you know. Sweet, sweet, sweet in the ground, and then it pops its head up and it's bitter, you know. Not a very good demonstration of the beer, but it just come to my head now. I like it. I do like it. 6.9% ABV, quite a heavy hitting beer, but it is a German kind of Bock kind of style beer, and these beers are generally brewed for the winter. The winters can be quite cold in Germany. I was actually stuck in Frankfurt Airport. Was I stuck in Frankfurt Airport? Was it Germany? It was. Yeah, I was stuck in. I flew from Sweden to Frankfurt where it was like snowing, and we landed in there, and the airport was packed full of people, and we couldn't get out again because the runways were like full of snow, and it does get really cold in Germany. Quite surprising, really. You don't, quite expect it, but in the winter, Belgium, Germany, all around that area kind of becomes very cold. Lots of snow. And this beer is well suited to that cold weather. It really is. Let's see then if we can pull anything from the back of this bottle. Water, malt and hops. Lots about the tradition of the Sternquell Starkbier. It's this beer then. The malt's aroma. That's probably about it for me. But I've done pretty well. Done pretty well with this, I think. Learning my German as we go along, drinking lots of German beers. So I'm going to rate it. The Sternquell Bockbier. Yeah, I like that. I like that. If I was to maybe improve the beer a little bit, I think I would maybe move it away from being... It's a little bit sweet. It's a little bit too sweet. That would be my only kind of criticism for this beer. I wish it wasn't quite so sweet and more roasty, toasty, and maybe some more bitterness on the back end. But other than that, a lovely beer. Let's rate it. I like that beer enough to give it a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.